we will understand what are perpendiculars and perpendicular bisectors and some methods used to construct them. First, we will understand what a perpendicular is. When two lines such as M and N intersect each other such that the angles formed between them are right angles or 90-degree angles, then they are said to be perpendicular to each other. We show it using symbols either this way or this way. Now see here, line N is perpendicular to line M, but this line is dividing M into two equal parts. That is, the perpendicular line N passes through the midpoint of the line M. We can say that the line N is the perpendicular bisector of the line M. For example, here we have a rectangular paper. Fold it down the middle lengthwise and make a crease. Let line AB be the crease of the paper. Fold the paper once again down the middle in the other direction and make a crease. Suppose we mark this crease PQ. As you can see, the two line segments are mutually perpendicular. Also, they pass through each other's midpoint. Therefore, line segment AB is perpendicular bisector of line segment PQ. Similarly, line segment PQ is the perpendicular bisector of line segment AB. Let us understand some interesting methods to construct a perpendicular passing through a point on a given line. Here, we have a paper on which a line M is drawn. We have to draw a perpendicular line which passes through point P on this line. For this, we will fold the paper in such a way that the crease passes through point P and one part of line M overlaps the other part completely. Once we open the paper, we will observe that the crease passes through P and it is perpendicular to line M, which means we have drawn a perpendicular passing through the point on the given line. Can we draw a perpendicular through a point on the given line using a ruler and a set square? Think for a while. Let me explain. The method is as follows. Step 1. A line M and a point P are given. Note that P is on the line M. Step 2. Place a ruler with one of its edges along M. Hold this firmly. Step 3. Place a set square with one of its edges along the already aligned edge of the ruler such that the right-angle corner is in contact with the ruler. Step 4. Slide the set square along the edge of the ruler until its right-angled corner coincides with P. Step 5. Hold the set square firmly in this position. Draw PQ along the edge of the set square. The line segment PQ is perpendicular to the line M, which we can show as this. We can increase the perpendicular with the help of a ruler. Today, we learned what are perpendicular and perpendicular bisectors and some methods used to construct them. In the next video, we will learn how to draw a perpendicular and perpendicular bisectors using a ruler and a compass. Today, we will learn how to draw a perpendicular and a perpendicular bisector using a ruler and a compass. In geometry, a ruler and a compass is often used to draw a perpendicular through a point on a given line. Let's understand this method. Step 1. Suppose we are given a point P on line M. Step 2. Place the pointed side of the compass on P. With P as center and a convenient radius, construct an arc intersecting the line M at 2 points E and F. Step 3. Next, we will place the pointed side of the compass on E and construct an arc with a radius greater than EP. Without changing the distance taken in the compass, we will draw another arc from F, which cuts the arc formed from E at point Q. Step 4. We will join the line PQ passing through point P and point Q. The line PQ is perpendicular to the line M. Now look here. We are given a line L and point A is not lying on the line. Just think, how can we draw a perpendicular to the line through this point? Let me explain. Here, we will use a ruler and a compass to draw a perpendicular. Step 1. We are given a line L and a point A which is not on it. Step 2. With A as a center, draw an arc which intersects line L at 2 points S and T. Step 3. Using the same radius and with S and T as centers, construct two arcs that intersect at a point, say B, on the other side. Step 4. We will join AB. Thus, AB is perpendicular to L. Now let us understand how to draw a perpendicular bisector of a line segment. To draw a perpendicular bisector of a line segment, we will use a ruler and a compass. Step 1. Suppose we are given a line segment AB of any length and we have to draw its perpendicular bisector. Step 2. Place the pointed side of the compass on A and draw an arc on both sides of AB whose radius is more than half the length of AB. Step 3. With the same radius and with B as center, draw another arc using the compass. Let it cut the previous arc at point J and K. Step 4. Join JK. It cuts the line segment AB at point C. Here, AC and BC are equal. Line JK divides line segment AB into two equal parts. Also, this line is perpendicular to AB. Therefore, we can say that line JK is the perpendicular bisector of line segment AB. Remember that you will open the compass for more than half the distance. If you open the compass for less than half the distance, the arcs will not intersect. Today, we learned how to draw a perpendicular and a perpendicular bisector using a ruler and a compass. In the next video, we will see some examples of perpendicular and perpendicular bisectors. Today, we will see some examples related to the construction of a perpendicular and perpendicular bisectors on a line segment. In the given figure, we have a line A and a point O not lying on the line. Draw a perpendicular through the point O to the line A. Using a ruler and a set square, draw a perpendicular line segment ON that passes through point O. Place a set square on A in such a way that one arm of its right angle aligns along with A. Next, place a ruler along the edge opposite to the right angle of the set square. Hold the ruler tight and slide the set square along the ruler till the point O touches the other arm of the set square. Join the line segment ON along the edge through O, meeting A at N. Now, line segment ON is the perpendicular line segment on line A. Next example. A line segment with length 5 cm makes a 30-degree angle with the horizontal line. Using a ruler and a compass, draw a perpendicular to the line segment ON which passes through point N. First, we will draw a horizontal line and mark point O on it. By placing the protractor correctly at point O, we will mark a point opposite 30 degrees centigrade. Next, we draw a ray starting from O passing through this point. Open the compass for the required radius of 5 centimeters. Placing the pointed end of the compass at O, we will draw an arc that cuts this ray and label it as intersection N. In this way, we have drawn a line segment ON, which makes an angle of 30 degrees with the horizontal line. Using a ruler and a compass, let's draw a perpendicular to the line segment ON, which passes through point N. Now, can you tell me how to do this? Think for a while. Let me explain. Step 1. Open the compass to a convenient radius. Place the pointed end of the compass on N. With N as a center, draw an arc that cuts ray ON on points E and F. Step 2. We will place the pointed end of the compass on E and with a radius greater than EN, draw an arc on one side of the ray. Without changing the compass setting, we will draw another arc from F, which cuts the arc drawn from E at point Q. Step 3. Join the line NQ, passing through points N and Q. The line NQ is perpendicular to the line ON. Next example. Draw a line segment PQ of length 7 centimeters and construct a perpendicular bisector using a ruler and a compass. Step 1. Draw a line segment PQ of length 7 centimeters. Step 2. Open the compass with radius more than half the length of line segment PQ and place the pointed end of the compass on P. With this radius, draw an arc on both sides of the line segment PQ. Step 3. Without changing the compass setting, place its pointed end on Q and draw an arc, cutting the previous arc at points R and S. Step 4. Join RS, passing through points R and S, which intersects the line segment PQ at point C. Line RS is a perpendicular bisector to the line segment PQ. Today, we saw some examples related to the construction of a perpendicular and perpendicular bisectors on a line segment. In the next video, we will see some common mistakes related to them. Today, we will see some misconceptions and simple mistakes related to the construction of a perpendicular and perpendicular bisectors on a line segment. Misconception 1. Look at the figure given below and find out which line segment is the perpendicular bisector of the other line segment. Some students fail to understand the concept of perpendicular bisectors properly. They believe that a perpendicular bisector is always vertical. With this understanding, they select option 2 as their answer, which is incorrect. Since here an angle of 90 degrees is formed in line segment RS and line segment PQ, and at the same time a line segment RS seems to divide line segment PQ into two equal parts. Thus, here line segment RS is the perpendicular bisector of the line segment PQ. Hence, option 1 is the correct answer. Line segment PQ is perpendicular to line segment RS, but it doesn't divide the line segment RS into two equal parts. Therefore, we cannot call line segment PQ as the perpendicular bisector of line segment RS. Now let's understand some simple mistakes that are made while constructing a perpendicular and perpendicular bisectors. When students are asked to find the perpendicular bisector of a given line segment AB, they don't consider it important enough to take more than half the length of the line segment in the compass during the construction. Mistake 1. They take less than half the length of the line segment in the compass and place its pointed end on A and draw an arc on both sides of the line segment. Then, they place the pointed end of the compass on point B and attempt to draw an arc. But since less than half the length was taken in the compass, they fail to draw an arc intersecting the previously formed arc. Mistake 2. To draw an arc, they increase the length taken with the compass and construct an arc intersecting the previous formed arcs. With this, they get a perpendicular, but it is not the bisector of the line segment AB. The correct understanding is that we need to take more than half the length of the line segment with the compass to draw an arc from both points of the line segment without changing the compass setting. This gives the desired perpendicular bisector. Today, we saw some misconceptions and simple mistakes related to the construction of a perpendicular and perpendicular bisectors on a line segment.